Hi and welcome to myVancouver. I'm your host Mia Jagpal. Vancouver is home to a lot of amazing artists, and in this week's Art and Culture segment, we step into the studio with Michael Binkley. He takes a cold piece of stone and turns it into something incredible.
I have been a stone sculptor for 31 years. I carve in a wide variety of stones, granite, marble, limestone, jade. The only stone I don't carve is soapstone. And the reason for that is that it's very closely associated with the Inuit. It's also a very soft stone, so a lot of hobby carvers will use that. I am what's called a direct carver. I don't make a maquette first, cast it into plaster, and then copy it to stone. I work directly into the stone. I take into consideration the shape of the original piece of stone, the colors that run through it, the striations, and I try to work with those and try to bring out like the best possible sculpture I can think of. The types of images that I like to carve out of stone are quite varied. I'm not the type of artist who can be branded as the guy who carves grizzly bears. I keep my thumb in a lot of pies. Although my passion is the human nude, I have just such a wide imagination that I don't want to be pigeonholed in one particular place. My education is not formal. I am pretty much self-taught. The summer that I spent working at a stone sculptor's studio, I learned the technical aspect of what kind of tools to use for what kinds of stone. And back in 1980, the technology for carving stone was much different than it is today. I remember that my mentor was very set on telling me, this is how you have to carve a polar bear, this is how you should carve a female torso. And I think, yeah, okay, I get what you're saying, but that's not how I want to do it. Just show me what tools to use to make it happen. As a medium, it's very hard, it's very challenging. There are very, very hard stones. Jade is harder than steel. Granite is very, very hard. Marble is sort of a medium hardness stone. Limestone is quite soft compared to jade. But still, you do need some very aggressive and expensive tools to work the stone. There's a hardness both in the stone, but there's also a hardness in the fact that you have to be patient. You can't get results right away, right quick. It's hard, dirty work. And a lot of times I will question to myself, why do I do this? Why do I love doing this so much? I think it's because I love getting the reaction from the viewer when they look at one of my creations and say, wow, that is really beautiful. All that hard work and toil is rewarded with that. There's a primal connection between man and stone that goes back thousands of years. Even as little kids, what do we do when we go to the beach? We pick up shells and stones and collect them and put them in our pockets. So ever since we're like infants, we want to touch stone. I have carved over 10,000 original stone sculptures in 30 years. There are sculptures on every continent of the world. There's even one on Antarctica. You won't find too many Van Goghs on Antarctica, but you'll find a Binkley. It's something to be proud of, certainly. Is it something that keeps me going? I don't know if the body of work is something that keeps me going. The body of work that's up here that hasn't come out yet that keeps me going.
And that's all the time we have on this edition of myVancouver. If you have any comments or story suggestions, drop us a line at mycommunitytv@telus.com. I'm your host, Mia Jagpal, and we'll see you next time.